Good evening. Tonight is Stone Brewing Company's Enjoy by 1225 IPA. 9.4% alcohol by volume. And it's a double IPA. Fresh is good. That's why it gives it a drink by date. It says go enjoy it. There is no better time than now to enjoy this beer. And there you have it. Double IPA. I didn't even look to see if the BJCP style guidelines counts a double IPA as a category, or if we just jump right into Imperial. Let's go look. Oops. Too many beer apps on my phone. Okay. There are too many beer apps. Anyway, okay, so IPAs, yeah, strong American ale is the category. The style is called double IPA. So there it is. Of course, we're looking for a prominent, intense hop aroma that showcases American and New World hops such as citrus, pine, floral, resinous, spicy, tropical fruit, stone fruit, berry, melon. Interesting. This has an interesting fruity scent to it. And that danky hop smell. Yeah, resiny. Okay, so color-wise, it's a beautiful dark gold, and it looks like it's pretty nicely carbonated. It did retain the head, so I'm thinking what was this, 9.3? 9.4% alcohol by volume, that we're going to probably see some legs, but we'll check that out when we get there. Interesting. My initial impression is that it has like a dish rag flavor to it, and it reminds me of this beer I had recently and I had 2 cans of it. I'm pretty sure they were in cans. I had 2 cans, and the first one tasted just weird, and I couldn't place the taste, and I'm relatively certain this is it. And then I had another can, and it actually tasted fine. So now I'm curious what other people have to say about this. Most odoriferous beers I've ever had. You can smell it a foot away. Yeah. Definitely. It's definitely very strongly hopped. I like that he said you can smell it a foot away. Interesting. Okay. It gets 100. I wonder if these are just the really IPA lovers, and IPAs are always going to taste a little weird to me. I don't know. All right. We'll leave it at that. So I get that weird. I get that weird flavor, and it's like, I think it is the hops that I'm tasting, and it's a double IPA, so I should be more forgiving of its ultra hoppiness. But I feel like I'm getting like this stone of flavor that is hops, and it's very gasoline, turpentine, dank resin, dish water, mold smell. Kind of has that impression, but all wrapped up into one, and not like something that makes you want to retch. It's just this odd flavor. Very consistently. It's almost hard for me to taste past it. Time to take my medication. Okay. As I taste past it, I'm getting grapefruit, which is kind of, it's almost like grapefruit rind. If you were to chew on it, that like very astringent, bitter flavor. It's kind of like that. What is that flavor called? The phrase is escaping me. Anyway, but it has like this very interesting, although only on the breath out a little bit. Can you taste this deeply sweet caramelness? And it's just like a hint. It's like somebody whispered vermouth over a martini. You're just barely getting that flavor. So this, is definitely a double IPA, giving everything to hops and leaving high to absurdly high hop bitterness, low to medium malt flavor, generally clean and grainy malt, although low levels of caramel or toasty flavors are acceptable. Low to medium fruitiness acceptable but not required. Long, lingering bitterness. Totally. I mean, it's like back there on the back of your tongue. And, almost dries your tongue out. Medium dry finish, should not finish sweet or heavy, and it's a light clean alcohol flavor, never oaky, which I think that's an important fact. As this has warmed up, and I come up to the glass, I can smell it even more. Whew! Wow. It's almost Limburger cheese. That's almost how it smells. Okay. I was at a party not long ago, and there was Limburger cheese, and that's it. Okay, it's almost like that smell. Okay. Anyway, so this beer style is supposed to be intensely hoppy. It even says absurdly high. So it's definitely nailed that category. And it says that it's drinkability is important, and you need to be able to keep coming back to it. And so it has to not be so intense that you need a couple minutes between drinks. I think that is a really good characteristic, because here I am, I'm like, I don't know about this beer, but I've almost drank half of it. So I keep wanting to sip on it. And of course I'm trying to get, a sense of how it tastes, but still. So definitely a showcase for hops. Oh yeah, okay, so double is arbitrary kind of name, and it's just like extra super bomb hoppedness. And so it's easily exchangeable with Imperial, Extra, and Extreme. And they've I forgot that there wasn't an Imperial IPA category. So I was thinking that we were gonna baby step there. So same idea, but definitely extreme. Okay, and I'm sure that I've read this before, but I'll read it to you again. History of this particular style: an American craft beer innovation first developed in the mid to late 1990s, reflecting the trend of American craft brewers pushing the envelope to satisfy the need of hop aficionados for increasingly intense products, became more mainstream and popular throughout the 2000s, and inspired additional IPA creativity. So I think it was really interesting to see this style develop and really allow um, hops, northeast, God, oh my gosh, northwestern hop styles, the West Coast hop styles, to really like create a style and drive beer in a different direction. Sometimes I feel like beer, we try to oversimplify things and put it on a spectrum. There's lagers on one end, and then IPAs on the other. But there's another axis that we can enjoy in flavors, and so anyway, there's English IPAs, which and I've had people say, "Oh, I picked up this English IPA and I drank it and it was awful. Like it had no flavor, whatever." The word IPA doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get the flavor that you're expecting. It's very regionalized, and I think that's totally cool that we've been able to watch that happen. Okay, anyway, enough talk about that. So the IBUs for this particular category are between 60 and 120. Normally, I feel like Stone is good about posting that information, but it appears that they have not. That's unfortunate. I'll see if I can find that. And then alcohol by volume is 7.5 to 10, and we're at 9.5, so squarely in there. I wouldn't even be... Stone Ruination is on here like that. So Stone has definitely made the cut, because we know that Stone's a great brewery. But nonetheless, if you are an IPA lover, and you're constantly looking for beers that are pushing that envelope, this is the beer for you. And as a matter of fact, I have somebody who likes beer a lot that I should probably get this for them for Christmas. This is definitely the beer for you, and there you go. So if you're an IPA lover or love an IPA lover, that's what you should get them. Middle of the road in flavor style. That's very broad and appealing. But delightful nonetheless. Is the Samuel Smith's Winter Hello Ale, and I reviewed that last night. Okay. Anyway, so if this is something that you have tried before, please share with me down below. I would love to hear. Tell me where you were able to find it. I think that I probably got this at Whole Foods. That's my guess. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.